All right, hey everyone, welcome to Bank of North Dakota on Facebook Live. It's Tuesday at 4 o'clock, so naturally here we are to talk about different topics on planning for college, paying for college, financial literacy, all of that stuff. So if you want to keep up to date on everything that we're doing here at the Bank of North Dakota and want to get notifications every time we go live, make sure to give us a like and click the live notifications box just so you can stay up to date. I'm Amanda Wydula, back again, and today we are joined by Janelle Schmitz, our communications manager here at the Bank of North Dakota, and we are going to be talking about writing a strong scholarship essay and applying for scholarships. Scholarship season is coming up fast and furious. Usually January 1st is when those scholarships open, and then they're open anywhere from a couple weeks to a few months. So getting prepared to write your scholarship essays and getting those apps submitted is super duper important. So what scholarship essays? Why do organizations ask students to write scholarship essays instead of going over another metric like their ACT or GPA, stuff like that?
Sure. So many scholarship applications, actually, you do need to put in your ACT or your GPA. That's pretty common. But they'll ask for an essay because they want to get to know you. They want to know you personally. They want to make sure that you embody the values of that organization, that you are a good representative. If they give you a scholarship, that means you're representing that organization. And so when they put you in the newspaper, when they have you come to their meetings to say thank you for the scholarship, they want to know that about you.
That is great advice. So where should students start when they're writing their scholarship essay? Should they put together one stock essay or write one specific to every single scholarship?
Certainly. So you need to be careful, because if you do the stock essay and start copying and pasting, you're not going to get any scholarships from that. Okay? They just can tell. When you start your application, first you look at the organization's mission, and then make sure you're addressing points in that essay. So if you're meeting their mission, so you're addressing what their concerns are. If they're an environmental group and you want to be an engineer, you talk about how your engineering career will help and support the environment, for instance. Okay, so that's an example of what you do to connect with that organization. And now you can, as an engineer, but you might not always be getting an environmental organization scholarship, you may receive one now.
Mm-hmm. But the important thing is to look at that organization's website and try to insert some kind of things in to make it seem obvious that you are writing specifically to them.
Correct. And it's worth the time. I mean, the thing is this, if you even spend 2 hours writing for a $500 scholarship, you receive it, you receive $250 an hour for that time. That's the best paying job you're going to have for a very long time.
Very long time, absolutely. Usually as a 17, 18-year-old student, that is a great paycheck.
Good return. That's good return on the time spent.
So as far as common topics that organizations ask students to write about in essays, what are some kinds of things that students should kind of anticipate when looking at scholarships?
Certainly. So they might ask about your opinion on certain things happening in the world, why you're choosing your career, where you think that career field will be in 10 years, what are important things to you in your life, what are the guiding principles, who are people of influence in your life. Mm-hmm. So it can be pretty broad, but it's really it's a time to be really thoughtful and let them really kind of get in and peek inside you a little bit and get to know you. For instance, I would say that, let's say you're on a basketball team, and you don't just say, I'm on the basketball team because I think it teaches me teamwork, right? That's a pretty bland answer.
You want to dig in a little bit.
So you can say, I enjoy playing basketball because it teaches me a lot of teamwork skills. For instance, we lost a game last night, and today my teammates and I were in watching film with the coach so we could learn how to do better together as a team. And I never realized that I would be treating basketball in such an intellectual manner, for instance, with my teammates. And that lets me know a little bit about you, that you're not just about putting on the cool uniform and getting cheered for at the game, right? So let me peek into your personality a little bit, and then I get to know you, and I'm so much more likely to say, that's something I really want to give him or her a scholarship.
So, digging a little bit deeper and as far as, getting to know you, but let's say you have everything on the paper. What is the next step? You've written your first draft. Should they take it to somebody? Should they look it over, revise, edit? Like, what should the process look like once you have all the words out?
Right. So I always tell people when they're writing, is the first thing you do is you just put it all out there. You put it on a piece of paper, and then you can start editing. So you want to make sure you just like any good writing, you keep it to 3 main points. Too many points, and you start, as a reader, I get lost in that. So what are your 3 main points that you're going to make on that? Within those 3 points, use strong words, use strong verbs. Okay? I go to school. I attend school. I thrive in the school environment. Whatever you want to say, but you say strong verbs. And now I say, wow, this person excites me when I'm listening to this or reading this application. So you use that. Then take it to somebody and make sure it sounds good to them. And somebody that it might make sense to you when you're writing it, but you don't realize that you just skipped over a little piece that you need to add just a little bit in there. But it's really about toning it down. It's not about the length of all the words. If they tell you you're limited to 500 words, make it 425. It's okay not to go to 500, okay? You don't have to use all your words. The shorter, the better. If I get to know you in that short time period, that's okay. But be clear and know that I get to know you.
And speaking of long words, but using strong words, Thesaurus.com, I use that almost daily in my writing. But you want to use words that actually sound like you. You don't want to use like a 5-syllable word when you never used it in your life.
Right. Yeah. So, you kind of know. You kind of know. And if it looks like the college professor wrote it for you, not a good idea. You still want to sound like a high school senior or a college freshman, sophomore, junior. Remember, college students can apply for scholarships as well. It's not just high school students who can do that.
Yeah, great. So we talked about, a lot of things to do. Are there any additional things that students can do when, looking at scholarships, starting to submit their applications that will set them apart from, the maybe hundreds or potentially thousands of students that are out there submitting applications right now?
Certainly. So the first thing is this: do apply. Okay. Too many people don't apply, and I even think of our Real Deal Scholarship at Bank of North Dakota, which we're still accepting applications.
Yes,
it takes you probably 15 minutes to fill this thing out, and you do 8 awards monthly, January, February, March yet.
Yep.
And $500 each. It's a pretty easy way to get things done there. But anyway, so first do apply. Do take a look at it one more time. Make sure it's clean, that your email address is correct, your phone number is correct. And then make sure you actually follow your emails, right? We have that same problem at the bank when we inform people about winning the Real Deal Scholarship. They don't check their emails, they're not picking up their phone. So you need to be following up on those things when you do that as well. And then finally, congratulations, when you do receive scholarships, make sure you write a thank you note to the organization.
Absolutely. That's very important because, there's lots of people out there who donate their time, their money to help students, be successful when they go to college and higher education. So thanking whoever the scholarship came from is super, super important. So I know when we were talking earlier, we had a couple other nice things on the Bank of North Dakota website in addition to the Real Deal Scholarship, which, like Janelle said, we're still taking applications and we select recipients through March. So make sure to go on last week's video in the comments and click the link to find the link for that Real Deal website. But we also have the college handbook.
Yes. So that gives some great information on scholarships, scholarship tips for all of the colleges in North Dakota and some of the South Dakota and Minnesota colleges as well.
Yep.
We have links to those colleges for college-specific scholarships as well. But there's some really good tips in that college handbook. It's at the bnd.nd.gov. Look under the college funding button, drop it down there, and you'll find the college handbook right there.
In addition to scholarships, there's lots of great resources in there too. But I think the scholarships thing is probably the most important right now, or most timely, so to speak.
It is time to apply. It is definitely time to, quickly be looking at this. Christmas break, most students don't have any homework. Good time to be hitting the websites and getting some applications completed.
Absolutely. So awesome. Well, thanks again for joining me today, Janelle. I very much appreciate it. Next week, we will be back at 4 o'clock with some special guests that were with us earlier this year. We're going to ask them how their first semester of college was. So join us next week at 4 o'clock, like Bank of North Dakota, and turn on those live notifications. So we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.